Welcome back to the Tech This Out podcast. Are you ready to take your music to the next level? Then we may have a great opportunity for you. Today's opportunity is sponsored by our podcast sponsor, Camo Network. Camo Network provides Spotify ad packages to promote your music on Spotify. Why would you want to promote your music on Spotify? Well, I'd love to have 1 million streams. And 1 million streams is honestly going to be better than 0 people listening to music. So that's why it's definitely a great advantage to promote on Spotify. So why would you use a Spotify ad campaign? Well, basically it will connect your music to a specific audience or the perfect audience for you. Spotify sponsored and feature delivers your tracks directly to targeted listeners. So if you make tech house music, there's going to be tech house listeners. If you make techno music, there's going to be techno listeners. So it's not too broad. It's going to be very specific, making sure that you get some exposure to the people that really, really like your music. What they have created is also a team of experts that are going to help you through the campaigns. So if you ever get stuck with anything, you can contact them to make sure that you're really being targeted to specific audiences on Spotify. Who will this be for? Probably you. If you make music, if you are a rising star, or if you're already a well-established star, maybe you want to do an interview with us. But if you're already established star, even then, Spotify ads are the way to go. We have an exclusive discount for you. The discount is going to be a 25% off of your first package purchase. You can use our code SODA25 for the 25% off. So take the next step in your music career and get started today.
Soda Music, the #1 website for high-quality plugins and sample packs.
Yes, welcome to the Tech This Out podcast. Today I am with Minow, all the way from Mexico, but he's in Spain. How's everything going?
Yeah, hey, bro. Hi to everyone. I'm really good. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
That's good to hear. How's everything? Because you're in Spain now, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm in Spain. Actually, I'm from Mexico City, but part of my management live here in Spain, in Galicia. So I take the chance every year, like to go to, when I came to Europe, like go working, and then like came to with the team to say hi and to get ready all the releases we have of the year, the gigs, and all the stuff.
And how's the weather now in Spain? It's
good.
Or it's, yeah.
It's not like summer, like Europe
No.
in summer is like all the sun all the time.
Yeah.
Right now it's a little more cold, but it's good. I like it because I can like get more in the house and produce more music. I like that weather for producing. I like that weather.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to ask you a few questions today, so hopefully you can learn from you and see who you are, see what you've been doing and your music career.
Great. I'm down.
Cool. What initially got you into music production? How did you get started? Why did you get started?
I first started playing like as a DJ 12 years ago. I started playing in clubs, and then after that, I noticed like the most of the DJs I follow, they play a lot of their own tracks. So it take me 2 years after I start playing to learn to how to produce. But then after that, and now I have 9 years producing. But I can say like every day as a producer, you learn like new things, and it's incredible. What I love this is like I have no limits, like when you go to school or something, you are like, okay, this is your plan, you're gonna finish here. Like as a producer, you can understand me that you don't have limits. You continue, and I'm learning new things every day, new plugins, new sounds, and that's wonderful. I think music is it's incredible for me in that way.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely, and I think it's only good that you keep learning and keep working on different kind of things, learning new tricks.
Yes, definitely. I think like right now we have like the internet, YouTube, all that stuff like so easy. Is better for us, like years ago, we didn't have that. So it was like more complicated. You have to search more.
Yeah.
And now you want like a sound from a trumpet or something like that. You can search it like in 2 minutes, you have it. So that's great.
Yeah. That's really cool, right?
Yeah, when you take that chance and take the better for that, and great, and create more great stuff.
Yeah, and it definitely, like you said, like the YouTube, like that helps so much. Like even when I'm producing something, I'm like, oh, how do I make this? I'm like, I heard that in this track, so someone can make it, but how can you do it? I'm like Googling, I'm like, okay, what's it sound like? This and that, and it comes on YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay, now. And it's not that hard. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know it.
Now I know how.
Yeah, right. When it comes to your productions, what DAW do you use and why do you use that?
Actually, I start in Logic. I learned to produce at Logic, and I
Yeah.
used Logic like 4 years. I like Logic, but then after that, I start collaborating with one guy that he was on FL, and then he teach me like, oh, look, FL, you have this and this, and I was like, wow, bro, in my case, I think it felt I love video games too and all that stuff, and I think it felt more I don't know, more friendly. What I say, I think like it's more friendly with the producer guy, like to learn better. So I changed to FL, and I am right now like 6 years producing in FL, and I like because I think like the way you work in FL is really good. Like I think it's really friendly, like the colors on the automatizations, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's get like a little better for me, so I prefer FL Studio full.
Okay, cool. Nice to know. And it's more like I use Logic Pro as well, or as well. Like you said, you use Logic,
Yeah,
and I like that layout. But I understand, like, if you're especially like gaming, like FL Studio, to me it looks like a game. Every time I look at it, I'm like,
yeah,
oh my god, like what are all these buttons? But I know, like, if you're from that world, then I guess that's
yeah,
a better kind of design for production.
definitely. And I don't know, but in my case, I saw what I in on my workflow that when I started using FL, maybe more in my case, I because the background of the video games and all that stuff and music and it gets like more friendly and my sound gets better, my workflow gets more faster. But I think it's like I think the perfect thing is you found like the search like the best program for you, and if that fits with fits like you have everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think once you learn something, like you know all the ins and outs of FL Studio, so for you it's easier to make a track and to get your ideas out onto the on into the world, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool to use to hear that you're using FL Studio. Do you have a favorite plugin and for sound design, and what is that plugin, of course, and why does it stand out for you?
Uh, 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 I think I really like Diva.
Mhm.
These like years like give us like new sounds that we I don't know like I really enjoyed that sounds of Diva.
Yeah,
Uh, this one, the plugins of Soda Music, the Basecamp plugins are really good. Like I
for
I
sure.
love I love all the bass, the sound of from the bass are really strong and get really good in the or really solid in the track. So I really enjoy that a lot, a
That's
lot, a
good
lot.
to hear.
Yeah.
We're glad to hear that.
And Silent, I think Silent is with I use Silent a lot of years ago, since years ago. So I think is one of my favorites too.
Yeah, cool. Very, very nice to hear. When it comes to your music right now, how would you describe your sound or your genre? And have you worked in different genres, different sounds? And why would you choose the sound that you're doing right now?
Okay, so I think my sound right now is more Latin, like for all the movement we're making here in we're in Mexico and Latin America since like 5 6 years ago. Like 1 year before the pandemic, we start like with mixing reggaeton vocals with house music, and then after that on the pandemic, like that boom explodes with TikTok too, and get more. Like this remix of La Mama de la Mama. I don't know if you
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
after that, like he's a really good friend of us from Red Tape and Gordo, and after that, like explodes, and we take like that wave too with our sounds, with our Latin sounds and culture we have like since years ago. Like since I was a child, and I hear that sounds in our in the parties of my family and that stuff. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, cool.
right now my sound is getting more Latin. I love and I'm huge fan of UK sounds and all these like British house. I love that sound too, but I think I take sounds of that region and I mix with my sounds from Latin sounds. Like
Yeah,
I last year this year actually I have a really good release. The name is C2. It was on Nervous Records, and it was a really good vocal, a Latin vocal from a friend from Mexico, and the people loves that sound. And I start making like new tracks, and the other record labels text me like, "Hey, we need more Latin sounds. We need more Latin vocals. We want to hear more this." So I want I like both, like Latin sounds, all like the UK. like British sounds of house music, but
Mhm.
Minow and my sound is more Latin, but house, like a mix of house music and Latin. Not a lot like tech house Latin, more like house Latin house music. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's a good way to describe it. And it's yeah, I like the idea of combining like different cultures together. And that makes definitely makes a unique sound, but it's something that we still have heard, but you're still making it the Minnow sound.
definitely.
Soda Music, the number one website for high quality plugins and sample packs.
Do you have a specific track or project that you're most proud of that you say like this is the one that really stands out for you?
Yes, I have one track. The name is Paraíso, and I made that track inspiring in Ibiza, the island Ibiza.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we will know Ibiza.
I went to Ibiza since like four summers until this, and last 2 summers I think I get back to Ibiza and I was like, fuck, this is incredible. I love the island. I need my tracks here. So I came back to the studio and I start producing a new track with Gamma. It's a really good friend of me, Gamma, and we made this track named Paraíso. But when we were like making the track, we were like, okay, bro, we need to put like these sounds because this is it's like transports me directly to Amnesia Ibiza, and I feel like in high, like I wanted to feel that sensation with that track, and then I made the track and I sent the track to Nervous Records and other labels, and Nervous Records like sing the track. And this last summer, Jamie Jones, Joseph Capriati played the tracks at Amnesia, and actually Amnesia uploaded a reel with my track. So I was like, oh,
Mm.
bro,
Yeah, yeah. Just going around the world.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 360.
yeah. 1 year ago, that was my dream. Like, oh, I want to play, and the people play my sounds and here in Ibiza. And then 1 year later, Amnesia was uploading a reel with my track on the background of the reel. So that was like for me, like okay, like a goal. Like okay, let's go
Yeah.
one step more. Then
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's a cool story as well, just to see how that completely from being in Ibiza to suddenly seeing like, oh my God, what the big clubs playing like my song or my tracks and
that's
DJs. Yeah.
dream, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a really cool. And I understand that that's really like one of your better track, or at least the track that you're like most proud of.
Yeah, thank you. Even more for that, like the 1 year before, I was like, oh, one day I need my track here, and then 1 year after that, I was like, oh, this is my track.
Yeah. But I think that shows also how things can go so quickly, especially in like these days, like with TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and obviously now we're interviewing each other, or I'm interviewing you. You're in Spain, I'm in the Netherlands, so it's like yeah, it's cool to see how quick that can go around the world.
It's really good how we can connect like right now, and I think it's good. Like we have to take that chance and make great things, and that's the way to live too. Like,
For sure, for sure.
yes.
And how do you stay inspired creatively when working on new music? Just like you were saying, you were in Ibiza and that gave inspiration. Is it more like that, or do you hear something? Do you see something? How do you stay inspired?
I think like every day I'm listening to music, like while I'm cooking, while I'm on the shower, while I'm every day. And then I play a track and I listen to the bounce doing the stuff, and I'm like, I need to change this, I need to put this. But I think like what inspires me, I think is like what I feel like that day, like the other day, one day, it's like most of the times I'm really happy. Like I'm more like an active people, like that kind of person.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But even if I have like a sad day or maybe a day not that happy, I start producing like more remixes or more music, like more calm music and more, and I love to play on to listen like to my thousands and music really early. Like I used to live with one person and he was with me like she was with me like, hey, you are so active so early, you listen to music so early. Why? Take chance and you can do this after the food after 2 p.m. maybe. But for me it's like, bro, I wake up and if yesterday one song came to my mind or one sound for me maybe could be like, okay, I need to do a remix of this, or maybe I can use this sound and maybe I can try with this, like what helps me a lot is like I produce a new idea and then I bounce it and I
Soda Music, the #1 website for high-quality plugins and sample packs.
go to the players, to the CDJs, and I play it, and I play it. But what I put before, like a track of I don't know, Capriati, Black Child, one huge DJ I follow, and then I mix my song with that track, and I like, okay, my song is good, or I need to put more hi hats in the sound. I need to get better on my sound design in this way. So that like helps me a lot. I compare like my songs, but in the good way, you know, like not to go.
Yeah, for inspiration and to see if it's quality is good.
And that's helped me a lot, a lot, a lot. And I think I take that a lot. I take like that all the content I see like to like everywhere, like everyone on the social media, like, oh, this sounds is good. Oh, maybe I can do it like in my way. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, I start.
Yeah, yeah. So kind of feeling it from day to day, like how you're feeling, but also like you said, twisting and tweaking to see what others' music sounds like, or like the social media things that are playing right now.
Definitely.
I think.
I think I have 2 years since right now that I start like full like, okay, it's like, okay, bro, you are a DJ, you're a producer, you live with this is your life. So I can do meetings and all that stuff, but all the other time I have free, I take the chance and make something. Maybe it's gonna be a great song, or maybe it's gonna be an idea today, but I do something, you know, like
Exactly. Yeah. Just put it on FL Studio, make it, and maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. But I think getting the idea out there is definitely a good way to build eventually a really good track.
definitely, bro. Definitely. It's like 2 days ago I heard. Do you remember this track like at night of Purple Disco Machine? I don't know if you remember.
Mm. Yeah. I think so. I think yeah.
It's a really good track, and 8 years ago it came really viral on beach clubs and clubs. And 2 days ago I remembered that, and I was like, oh, this track is really good. So yesterday I made a remix, and then I uploaded story, and then I saw like a lot of comments and, hey, you need to drop this out. Hey, this is great. This is great. So today I'm gonna drop that remix out, and it's like, okay, last week,
Yeah.
yeah, last week, I'm gonna do this week, but I think the life is that, and I see like when I'm doing like that stuff without thinking too much, all
Mhm.
get better, and it's good things coming.
Yeah, so trying to also keep an open mind to
Yeah,
production, not trying to be like, oh, okay, this is the game plan. I got to make this song for this particular person, or like with this vocal, but you're just doing it like, okay, today I feel like this. I heard this sound and I like that sound, so I'm going to try this. I think that's really cool.
yeah.
Getting inspiration from everywhere.
Thank you, bro.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to upcoming producers and DJs?
Oh wow, I think, and I'm learning that every day. I'm still learning that, just to be patient, and to what I think like real is, we search a lot of stuff like in other places, and we search too much things in general. But I think like everything you will ever need, that every person, everything in most in energy, you already have inside of you. Like we try and we take care, like, oh, I need to that, I need to. I never in my life like take what I would love to take once, because I think it's great. But until today, I never like take lessons of piano or that stuff. And at the beginning, years ago, I was like, oh, bro, I didn't take lessons of that, so maybe I'm not gonna be like the best producer because I didn't take lessons, Like, but after
Mhm.
that, I understand, like, bro, you don't care. You need to go. You need to trust in you. So if you do music, and if you send the music to a record label, and maybe the record label are like, okay, we're gonna pass away with this. No worries, bro. No worries. It's okay. And you need to trust in your sound to keep sending. And it's not gonna be like you produce a lot, and then 1 year it's like you need to go to keep pushing, to go step by step, and then like the results are gonna came like like alone in the best way for you, because you are working. Like, I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Moving forward, getting better.
Yeah, be patient. Be patient. Don't stop, and trust in your music for real. I think that's the way, the best way.
Yeah, definitely. I think I saw an interview yesterday or the day before, and they were saying also like if you put in the work now, like you may not see it like the progress from that, but over 6 months, Like maybe it's a new skill you've learned, like inside FL Studio. Okay, you don't use it straight away, but if you're going to use it in 6 months' time and it helps you to create something that could be a worldwide hit, you're
Definitely, bro.
putting in the work now, but maybe getting it, or at least we're waiting for that moment to shine on a bigger stage.
De- Definitely, definitely. That's the way I think it is. I think it's that.
If you could collaborate with any artist that's dead or alive, who would that be and why?
Oh wow! I think with Patrick Topping. Patrick Topping.
Yeah.
Why? Because I admire him so much, bro. You don't know how. So much since I was a child. And then like 3 years ago, I was like stopping him, like, oh, this guy, where is he? Blah. And then I saw him that he was born the same day I was born. So for
Uh,
me, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I was
that makes it even worse.
yeah. Like for me, I was like, bro, no way that my hero, I am birth date like him, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so for me it's like wow. And now I'm like I'm still focused, and I know that one day I'm gonna play on my birthday with him, and we're gonna have a really huge party.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get invited.
Yeah, definitely, but definitely.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Soda Music, the #1 website for high-quality plugins and sample packs.
What are some of your favorite tracks or albums that you're listening to lately?
Okay, like in this moment of my life.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be the specific, like you said, like the style you are at, like a house music, but it could be like an 80s music, 90s, it could be hip hop, could be country. What are you listening to right now?
Like I love 90s, 80s, 90s. Like for my parents, they put me that tracks all the time when I was a child. And I right now these weeks I am listening a lot to a song that is called "Your Love" of Lime. The song is of
Okay.
Lime, and the artist is Lime, and the song is "Your Love." It's a really good sound, 80, 90 vibe sound. The synths are great. The rhythm is like high energy, like more fast, and I love that. So I listen to that a lot. Uh, I I used to listen like uh, more Italian tech house guys right now. I think like Simone Liberali. I love the sound of that guy right now. Sante Sansone, he's really good too. Drax, Campbell, these new guys of Latin tech too of Italy, they are really good.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Italians, you would think they're speaking Spanish even there.
yes, they're crazy. They know how to.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I know. I've been looking online as well. I'm like, all these Italians. I'm like, where are you coming from?
Crazy, bro. But yeah, I think that sounds. And I love Ray Charles. I know you know Ray Charles.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
I love Ray Charles. I have at my place, your home in Mexico. I have like a lot of vinyls of Ray
Oh yeah,
Charles.
yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, when I want to chill at my room or get like a in other way, I put like the vinyls of Ray, and I get like wow, bro. It's like heals me,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, brings you back to memories.
Yes, bro.
All right. The now bonus question, last but not least. I think we've touched on it a little bit before, but what's your favorite product from Soda Music?
Oh, great. Base camp, bro.
Yeah,
One, two. Yeah, definitely. You want it, please.
yeah, of course, of course. We'll send it to you straight away. Do you have specific sounds, like, or do you know the sounds that you like, or you just it depends on the track which ones you like?
The preset number 10, 20. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
You soon.
every time I start, like when I'm producing like a new track, I start with the groove, and then after the groove, I put the bass, and I think it's really important. And this bass camp like came to help a lot because the sounds are really really solid. I think the bass are really really solid from right there. So I love it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear. And what I like about Basecamp as well, it's like it's not too difficult to use. Like it's
Oh,
the sounds are there, and you can just tweak it, twist it, and it's not
yes.
like you need to change everything up. It's just
Yeah.
basics, but it's also for the workflow. It's so much easier because they're already good sounds, so you don't have to really do anything even to the sound at all.
That's a really good point because sometimes you get a new plugin and you see like a lot of stuff and or use
It's
of
like a
that.
scientific, like.
Yeah, bro. That happens to me a lot of the time. But the good of this one is that you have like a lot of stuff and you can get that sound with this, like
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you. That's good to hear that you've been enjoying it. Thank you so much for your time. It was great speaking. We've learned a lot about you, and only positive vibes I'm getting from you. So that's also really cool.
yeah, of course, bro. It was a pleasure anytime, and I'm really happy to share with you and to connect with you guys.
Thank you so much. Do you have anything to share with us, like any new tracks coming out, any new shows or whatever?
Um, well, I'm going to South America before the year's end, and I have a new set available on my YouTube channel the next week. It is a set at Sound Club at Los Angeles. I play right there the last month. It's a really good club. So if you guys wanna go to check it, it's a really good set. You're gonna love it. And yes, like music, anything you need here.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Hermano, thanks to you.
Thank you.
Soda Music, the #1 website for high quality plugins and sample packs.